What's up, Rams fans? Welcome back to Rams Showcase. Tonight, Sheriff Joe Bags was right about Micah Kiser. Plus, Kevin Demoff addresses the delay in jerseys ordered online. And later, we preview Rams at Bills, right here on Rams Showcase.
Welcome to Rams Showcase on Sports War Radio.
What's up, Rams fans? Welcome back to another edition of Rams Showcase right here on Sports War Radio. I am your host, Joe Brandon, but you can and should call me Sheriff Joe Bags. Laying down the law for you guys tonight. We got a good show for you guys, as per usual. We got Rams and Bills this week, which is awesome. This is actually, though sadly, in the COVID world that we live in, this was a game I really wanted to go to. Those Bills fans know how to party, and I was all about it. This was genuinely one I was trying to get to this year, and now I'm here in Colorado. So, that didn't happen, unfortunately. But we got some good stuff to get into. I was right about Micah Kiser, and I just wanted to rub that in everyone's face real quick tonight. We won't go too crazy. I won't get too obnoxious, which is something I'm known for. So we won't do that. But yeah, we'll talk about Micah Kiser. And then, of course, we got Rams and Bills this weekend. Rams are 2-0. Bills are 2-0. Should be a good one. I'm really excited about this game, actually. This should be a very good game. I'm very sad, though, because it's unfortunate that this game actually got removed from my city out here in Colorado Springs while I'm in Fountain, home of the Rams' very own Morgan Fox. But if you guys listen to me regularly, that's something I mention a lot. So you guys already know that, chances are. So we got that, but it's unfortunate. It did yesterday was Friday, and the people, the powers that be, they changed the game from being shown in Colorado Springs and El Paso County here where I live to now I think it's like the Falcons. So that's sad news. They just want me to somebody just wants me to be unhappy, but that is not going to happen because guess what I did today, ladies and gentlemen? I finished college, which is a very exciting time for me. Looks like Sheriff Joe Bags has received the bachelor's degree, which is great news. And now I can let you guys know that that's over. School is over. I've got a lot more time now. At least that's what it appears to be happening, is that I will have some more time to dedicate to you guys and to showcasing the LA Rams, which is my favorite thing to do. But let's get into it. So, of course, we're just going to go over some news real quick. Aaron Donald likely won't miss the bus like the Buffalo Bills would prefer. But hopefully, you know what? The only reason I'm putting this on here is because I'm just hoping we can see some one-on-ones. I'm hoping that those comments, because Aaron Donald, he came out and responded to the comments about Aaron Donald, about him missing the bus, potentially. That's how the Bills are planning to stop him. That's their plan. He kind of responded. He's like, hey, let's play fair. I'm just a guy. To which I say, yeah, Bills, he's one guy. One guy. Y'all can't stand up to one guy. Come on, Bills. Let me get some one-on-ones this week. You know I want to see it. That would be extra crispy, honestly. Mad crispy. Next up, linebacker Micah Kiser. I went into this, I don't want to say a large rant last week, but I went into this whole thing about how Micah Kiser, we just needed to be a little patient with him. I know he missed some tackles in week 1, but week 2, holy moly. All right, dude was awesome. Dude was great. And actually, Micah Kiser walked away with NFC Defensive Player of the Week for week 2, which was amazing stuff there. I ranted about bashing him. There was a lot of fans that were like, Micah Kiser needs to get benched. I was not about that life. And I was basically saying, give him another chance. Guy's a really good football player. And then he comes back, follows that up. He listened to my show, apparently, and responded to the haters with winning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Yeah, which is good stuff there. Michael Brockers, his uniform from week 1 has been added to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is commemorating the Rams' first game in those bone gray uniforms, the ones that Sheriff Joe Bags loves so much. I truly love those. I do want to see the combination of bone on yellow, though. I do want to see that with all my heart. This was also the first game at SoFi, so that has now been immortalized in the Pro Football Hall of Fame out in Canton, Ohio. Next up, Kevin Demoff did respond to some fans on Twitter about some delays in the jerseys that people have ordered, and this is something that this is not a secret that these jerseys are taking forever. Things have taken a long time to come from this new Rams rebranding from Fanatics. So basically what happened here was Demoff said that they are trying to work with Fanatics to improve the speed and the customer service surrounding the jersey delivery. He also said that in an email that Fanatics sent to people about these jerseys, there was like an opt-in link. So you had to click that you still wanted the jersey that you paid for. They were, of course, going to refund you, but you had to, I think you had to request that as well. So if you just skipped over the email, they just didn't send you anything. This actually happened to me with my Ramhead hat. Not the one that I'm wearing right now. This is the LA logo, but the Ramhead hat. It took 4 months from when I bought it, when I purchased it, till it actually arrived, which is an absolutely ridiculous amount of time. A third of a year? Are you serious, Fanatics? That's absolutely insane. So Kevin Demoff responding and saying that this is something that they're looking into, and they do want to work with Fanatics about improving the speed. At least it's something. I mean, it's unfortunate, and I know some of you guys are probably still waiting for your jerseys, and I feel for you, because that sucks. It sucks to have something purchased and you're still waiting for it. That's terrible. Also, in some news here, some not awesome news, because that last news wasn't awesome either, but the Rams have placed Joe Noteboom on IR. They have brought up Natrez Patrick, so it looks like that shuffle that happened there with Edwards coming in along the offensive line, looks like that might stick around. But Natrez Patrick, a player that I'm a fan of, he is back on the active roster, so that's pretty cool stuff. Also, I just wanted to mention this. I mentioned last week that I was very pleased that Cooper Kupp was the Rams punt returner, because for the first time in years, I was not afraid of a fumble on a punt return. I said that. I said those words. I said last week on Ram Showcase that I was pleased. I was happy that Cooper Kupp was the one back there, because I was sick of seeing fumbles. And guess what happened? He fumbled! I don't know what to do about it, guys. I don't know. It's unfortunate. And I didn't mean to peek out on my my microphone there. I'm just very passionate about punt returns. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Kupp fumbled though. What the heck, man? As soon as I say like one of the sure-handed guys, the guy gets extended, and then of course he's the one that fumbles. Of course. Let's see. Let's take a look at this game. We got the Rams at the Buffalo Bills. Slap up the graphic for them. We got Rams at Bills. Two undefeated teams going toe-to-toe. It's going to be some good stuff. We got the Buffalo Bills. Are favored by 2 points. You get 3 for being at home. But does that really count this year? I don't know. It's a long distance. LA to Buffalo is a very long distance. So maybe that still counts. Over-under for this one, 46.5 for you gamblers out there. This game does kick off at 10 a.m. LA time. The weather for this game at the start, at kickoff, we look at about 72 degrees, moderate winds. Nothing too crazy. It'll be a little bit windy, but nothing too bananas. And then at the end of the game, we're looking at about 77. Again, moderately windy. It looks like there's like a 1 mile per hour drop in winds from the beginning to the end. So we got that. But some notes for you guys as well. Josh Allen entered Week 3 as the leading passer in the NFL with 729 yards. That's an average of 364.5. And if you guys have been paying attention, that's a lot of yards. Okay, he's doing a good job. We'll put it that way. Doing a good job. Let's take a look at the matchup of this one. At first, we'll go full screen here for you guys. We got the Rams offense versus the Bills defense. The Rams offense has absolutely been efficient this year. Not explosive, but efficient. Very beneficial for Jared Goff. He's got time to make decisions, and less routes are going deep. In fact, only 4 passes of Jared Goff traveled 20 or more yards in Week 2. And if you guys are doing math at home and keeping track with my updates on that, he only had 1 in Week 1, so he's up to 5 now, which is not that many. But I will tell you, I didn't find the stat. I didn't look for it. That's a better way to put that. About where he's at with the 20-plus yard completions. So, I mean, I didn't look, but you guys get the idea. Pass after, or yards after catch, kind of a big deal right now for Jared Goff. It's working. Things are working. Let's see here. The Bills' defense is playing well, but it is worth noting that teams are not running as much on them right now, but it also feels like they're just trying to keep up with the Bills' offense. You know, I just mentioned Josh Allen's numbers, and he's firing it all over the place. which is kind of what he does. That was a weird reach to scratch my face, but we'll move on from it. It's kind of what he does. He's a slinger, man, but it really feels like that. It feels like teams are trying to pass more just to keep up with that Bills offense, which is explosive, by the way. They've definitely got some receivers. But, I mean, we'll talk about them. The Bills' offense is firing right now. Speed at receiver. The addition of Stephon Diggs has been absolutely huge for Josh Allen. And this Diggs versus Ramsey matchup is going to be mighty fun to watch. I'm really excited about that one. Rams defense, by the way, has looked really creative, less risky than when the Rams were coached under Wade Phillips. But Staley, I think, is doing an amazing job. I'm really curious to see how that progresses throughout the year, to see, how other teams are figuring out Staley's defense. But I'm digging it. I like this defense right now. I think that the Rams not only have really strong players at multiple positions, safety's very strong, corner's very strong, defensive line very strong. Of course, some linebackers, that is a question mark for this team right now. But, I mean, Micah Kiser just won NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Natrez Patrick coming up, I like that. I don't think Leonard Floyd's been playing poorly by any means, so I think that the Rams linebacker group is probably a little bit underrated, but they're also rated pretty low. So to be underrated, they're still an average squad, honestly, but I think that they can keep progressing. And Staley, if you guys remember, was a linebacker coach. And then Joe Barry is our linebacker coach, who is an incredible coach. Joe Barry is absolutely amazing at coaching linebackers. He does a killer job. So I expect this group to kind of get a little bit better as the season goes on. Right now, I would put them in the average range, but I think that they will get better. Long story short, the Bills are a good team. The Bills are a very good team. But guess what? So are the Rams. The LA Rams are also a very good team. This is going to be a hell of a game. And I'm a little bit sad that it got pulled from me being able to watch it. That's a little unfortunate, but a lot of you guys will be able to watch it. In fact, I didn't even let you guys know that the distribution map, I posted it. It has since been updated. I did comment it under that post on Ram Showcase, but I'll slap it up for you guys full screen so you guys can see. I think it's green again that the Rams are in for the viewing this week. So make sure you guys check that and you guys can watch this game. Let's go to the injury report. The Bills, this is not the full injury report. I don't have the time, the patience, the computer space, the computer memory space to list all the other injuries from most teams. Okay, so these are the questionable players. Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker, he's out with a shoulder injury. He was limited all week, but he is questionable. We'll see if he goes. Cornerback Taron Johnson with a groin injury. He was a full participant on Friday. Expect him to go. Linebacker Matt Milano with a hammy. He was a full participant on Friday as well, so expect him to go. Players who are out for the Buffalo Bills. Tight end Dawson Knox, which sounds like a fake name to me. I'll be real. It sounds like a fake name. Dawson Knox. That sounds like a stage name. Like Sheriff Joe Bags or something. He's out with a concussion. Running back Zach Moss with a toe injury will not be playing. And linebacker Delshawn Phillips with a quad is out as well. On the Rams side, cornerback Darius Williams with that ankle injury he suffered week 2 against the Philadelphia Eagles. He is questionable, but he was a full participant on Friday, so expect him to go. Out, though, is running back Cam Akers, Ram Akers, with a rib injury that he also received. I think it was his first carry against the Eagles, which is unfortunate. It's not going to be a long-term thing, though. He should be good to go. And then just to let you guys know as well, looks like A'Shawn Robinson, he's going to come back in a reasonable amount of time. He's doing some side work on the sidelines and stuff like that. So we're looking pretty good on the injury front. Much better than some other teams out there. I'm referencing the 49ers, who got absolutely obliterated out there. And then they decided to blame the field. We're going to go off on a small tangent here. They decided to blame the field. The NFL, NFLPA, the stadium, all kinds of representatives went out to check the field, said it was fine. It meets all the qualifications. But, interesting note, the 49ers play on that field again. They're at Giants, at Jets. They're back-to-back. So they'll be there. Well, I think I have that backwards, but they're back on the same field again, which it doesn't happen very often. I remember it happening a couple of years ago. I can't remember. I think it might have been the Eagles that did the back-to-back at Giants, at Jets. All right, let's go to the 3-2C. First and foremost, we got to go with Bobby Trees, Robert Woods. This Woods was, of course, drafted by the Buffalo Bills in 2013, second-round pick for the Bills in 2013. This is his first time playing against the Buffalo Bills, the team that drafted him. So this is going to be very fun, fresh off an extension, and he's now playing for his home team. All right, playing against his old team for his home team. So that's going to be some good stuff. I think Bobby's going to have an awesome game. Fantasy stardom. I think that's an easy one. Start Bobby all day if you've got him. Don't ask me for fantasy advice because I genuinely hate fantasy football. I think it ruins the way people watch the game. I don't care who's scoring the touchdowns as long as they're in Rams uniforms. You know what I mean? So I don't care. That segment, that helps no one that used to play back in the day. Hated it. But the last time, guys, if you guys don't remember, the last time that the Rams played at the Bills, this is just burned into my memory. It's burned into my brain. So it is a fourth down play, and it was Austin Pettis who caught the pass. And it was way behind him, and he had to make the crazy adjustment, and ended up later on in that drive scoring the touchdown. Rams win. Hell of a game. Number 2 on the 3-2C is going to be the Buffalo Bills defensive end, Jerry Hughes. The Rams tackles absolutely have their hands full with Hughes, who had a very strong 2019 season. He moves around the line. He will absolutely challenge Whitworth. He will absolutely challenge Havenstein. But both of those guys have been playing really well. We've only played, 12.5% of the season right now? But they're playing really strong right now. So this is something that I mentioned in the offseason, that I expect Andrew Whitworth to start strong and kind of taper off near the end because he's a billion years old. He's been playing in the NFL for 55 years, So I do expect that to happen, but he's obviously, mentally, he's one of the better. I mean, he's been doing this forever. 55 years, like I said. 65 next year. So he's been playing quite a while. He understands it. So he's just... mentally, he's great, and it's early season, so his body's not just beat up on him yet. So this is going to be a challenge. Jerry Hughes is an amazing player. Super underrated, honestly. I think he's a very good player. And last is going to be Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey, he just received, obviously, we know, the big payday. Huge payday for Jalen Ramsey. He has not played... we haven't heard his name this year. Which for corners and offensive linemen, that's exactly what you want. You don't want to hear their names a bunch. That's exactly what you want. But Jalen just came off a huge payday. We need him to not only shut down one guy, which this week is going to be Stephon Diggs. We need him not just to do that. He's got to generate some turnovers. For $105 million, you got to generate turnovers, man. I love what he's doing. I love that Jalen Ramsey has taken one person out of the game. But we need some turnovers. And Ramsey, that's what you get paid for. I want to see some turnovers this week. Has to do it. That's actually, as far as what I have prepared, that's all I got for you guys. But let me kill some time as I actually look up a part that I missed of my notes. And get you guys the Rams and Bills history, because I completely missed it, and I'm sorry. So now I'm just stalling and trying to take a long time to say any sentences so that I can get to this bit of information, which is that the Buffalo Bills lead the all-time series against the LA Rams 7-5. Let's see. The Buffalo Bills have outscored the LA Rams 292-239. Let's take a look at the games in Buffalo for the LA Rams and Buffalo Bills. So the Bills do lead that all-time series 4-3. So the Rams can knock that up with a win this weekend, which is tomorrow. And in Buffalo, the Rams have been outscored 155-119. Let's go back and look at some streaks maybe. So the Bills did win the last one. That was 2016. But the one that I'm referring to with the Austin Pettis catch, that was in 2012. The Rams won that one 12-15. So it was high scoring and insane probably to watch. But yeah, it was Brandon Gibson who scored the last touchdown. That's right. Gibby! Sam Bradford. But I just remember that Austin Pettis catch. It's burned into my brain. I liked Austin Pettis a lot, actually. I thought I liked him. There's a couple people from that era that I was just a big fan of. Denario Alexander was another one that I was all about. Denario. I thought he was a great player. That's going to do it for me, though, guys. I'm going to It's got kind of a little bit of a shorter show than normal, but next week, like I said, I'm done with school. So next week, we'll be back in full force. We'll be rocking and rolling. We might bring back the 2 shows next week. Might take me a couple weeks to get that rolling, just so that I can figure out the logistics of it and the timing of it and everything. Because I do still have a job, you know what I mean? I still got to, wear collared shirts during the day and stuff like that. So we do have that. But we'll be back rolling full-time here very soon. And we'll get the game trailers going again. We're doing all that good stuff. So it's going to be an absolute blast. But also right now that I'm done with school, I can actually watch sports. And Texas A&M is playing right now. It started about 20 minutes ago from the time of this recording, the time I'm saying this. So if you guys have already seen that A&M lost, just be gentle, okay? Be gentle about my feelings. If you've seen that they've won, well then yeah, go Aggies. Gig 'em. So I hope your guys' college teams are doing awesome. I hope they're playing. I was really bummed out when that was not going to happen, but that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go watch this game after I get this out to the universe. I need to get it to you guys before you can actually see it. But that is going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you watching. If you're still listening or watching right now, you're an absolute hero. You deserve something cool. Maybe we can work something out. We'll do some giveaways here soon, okay? I still, with school, it's been super busy to get the giveaways started again. So we are working with Shaw's Customs, though. Remember, if it wasn't made by Josh, it was made by somebody else. And you can check him out at Shaw's, at etsy.com/shop/Shaw's Customs. I gotta do that. It helps me say it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for checking me out here. And the Rams gonna get this big fat dub against the Bills. Start 3-0. It's gonna be some good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy the game. We'll also be doing a Facebook Live before the game as I'm on my way to the bar, since it's not going to be shown on TV. On my way to the bar, I'll be doing a Facebook Live, so make sure you guys check me out there. You can ask me questions. I'll talk about the game and matchups, all that good stuff. But that is going to do it for me. I am Sheriff Joe Bags. This has been Rams Showcase on Sports War Radio. For those of you that aren't Rams fans, our thoughts and prayers are with you. For those of you that are Rams fans, thank you guys so much for listening, and you guys have a great night.